This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday to talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and everything that's going on today. Is Bitcoin ready to rebound? We're going to talk about it. If you're ready for the zest, you're ready for the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a lot of news to talk about and a lot of things to discover about the world that we live in. So let's make sure you guys, again, smash a like, subscribe, share this out with friends, and check out our two amazing sponsors of the show, which includes Cake Wallet and Cipher. Make sure you guys check out with code ZESTY. You get 20% off all the zest with Cipher. And I freaking love Cipher with my whole heart. I want to make sure I say good morning to you guys in the chat. Let's get it. We have Mike Volmer, Zarkov, Smokey Dan, Mental Mining UK. Nice to see you. Fake Rose by Mr. Yee in the chat. Joe Harvey, good morning. Joseph Everyman, good morning to you. We have, what is this? Alien Black, nice to see you. Galaxy 9, my girl Alexandra G. She's the best. She's the freaking best. Also, we have, who else? John Germain, Mike Volmer, FF is in the chat. Good morning, everyone. You guys are killing me over here. Chump Change and Pocket Change, thank you for the raid. Crimson, always good to see you. And he was on Spaces with me yesterday. Who else? Robert Ferguson, Craig, Andy S., nice to see you. We have Misko, nice to see you. Otto, what's up? Crimson on X, nice to see you. Pickaboo, where have you been? I see you, Pickaboo. I see you. Nice to see you, my friend. Yukio and X, good morning. Josh, nice to see you. He said, what's the news? I got a lot for you, my friend. We have Invested Crypto, good morning. Cryptophasia, Gary Littlemore, True, nice to see you. Lazarus, Sola Hefe.
You're welcome.
Ooh.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Per una volta sono arrivato presto. Che succede, familia del crypto valued? Ragazzi, W nella chat di Randi che parla italiano.
All right, here comes Google Translate. Everyone, please yar for Armani in the chat as he is an OG and he is absolutely amazing and I appreciate him every single day that he enters this chat. I don't know if it's letting me copy and paste this. Can I copy and paste this, YouTube? Can you stop bugging out? Thank you. Okay, Control C. Let's go to Google Translate. Hold up, Google Translate. Okay. Italian to English. All right, there we go. Switch. There we go. For once, I arrived early. What's up, crypto fam? Guys, W is in Randy's chat who speaks Italian. Oh, so he said W to everyone that speaks Italian in the chat. Yes. Make sure you guys are feeling the zest. Buongiorno, everyone. Lazarus Hand is in here as well. Nice to see you. Chase Blanchard, what's up? Yes, please yar for Armani. Mark Smithson, I see you. John Legend, what's up? All right, guys. Freaking sheesh. Oh, it's hot in New York. It's freaking stale. It's like wild here, man. So I'm turning on an air conditioner. It's freaking hot. It's very humid. What's up? How's NYC living at the moment? Not good. I'm sure my dad will tell you more in the chat. Make sure, again, you guys smash the like, share this out with friends. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. On YouTube, we are trying to get 16,470 subscribers, so please pamp that up. You got to pump it up. All right. So, can I have a sound check? Are my sounds working correctly? Are they playing fully? Because I'm having some technical difficulties on my end. I think it's my earbuds. So if you guys give me a sound check really quick on the sounds, are they working correctly?
Sound check, baby, it's a sound check. I'm gonna check this sweet mic. Why don't you check yourself?
All right. Mike Martin said it's good. KG said it's good. All right, so then I trust you. I trust you. Rancio, thank you for the heart me. Sound is good? Yes, thank you. Thank you, TikTokers. NYC Tech in the building. Oh, man, NYC, what a mess right now, right? Rancio, thank you for the 30 roses. I appreciate that. Nice to see you, Paper Planes. Okay, friends, we have a lot going on, and we're going to break it down. So, I'm muted? No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not muted. Okay, you were trolling me. Okay. So, guys, we have a lot going on. As always, we have MicroStrategy that's launching a new standard on ordinals. We have the SEC, or the U.S. prosecutors, not even the SEC, just prosecutors coming after Jack Dorsey. We have some things going on with Binance, the FBI, Crypto.com, and Eminem. Bitcoin ETF news, but most importantly, we got to talk about the banks, because the banks are why we're here. And we know that there was a bank failure called Republic First that obviously started the bank runs for 2024, and we expected this to probably happen sooner, but we do see articles like this that are coming out saying that hundreds of U.S. banks may be at risk of failure, and they try to make it seem like, oh, it's not that bad. There's just maybe a slight little thing going on. Listen to how they write things. It's absolutely hilarious. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Hundreds of small and regional banks across the U.S. are feeling stressed, and somebody from the head of North American banks at Fitch Ratings said you could see some banks either fail or at least, dip below their minimal capital requirements. And that he found, after analyzing 4,000 U.S. banks, that 282 face the dual threat of commercial real estate loans and potential losses tied to higher interest rates, saying most of these banks aren't solvent or even close to insolvent. They're just stressed. Guys, the banks are insolvent. The banks are over-leveraged. So this guy is somewhat lying to you in the fact that he's saying that they're not close to insolvent, but they're having issues. They're just like stressed, man. And that 282 banks could face the same fate as maybe SVB. Republic First. Guys, this is all about the bank failures. The bank failures are happening. They're putting out these articles now from multiple news sources that banks are at risk. And I'm not just the only one that's saying it anymore. And you guys have seen 5 bank failures last year and already 1 for 2024. In my opinion, it's getting spicy. And even with the banks, we understand what it means when there's a bank failure. SVB, people were waiting outside the banks trying to get their money out. These were everyday people living paycheck to paycheck. And then you could take this idea and go internationally with it, where we see that people are experiencing wild inflation, where if they get paid today, by next week, it's not worth anything. And now people want some Bitcoin. They want their cash. They want to be able to swap out of their currency that's deteriorating. And we're having a lot of issues with countries running low on cash. We've seen this in the United States, and now Cuba seeing it as well, where they cannot get physical cash in their hands. This is from Havana, Cuba. Alejandro Fonseca stood in line for several hours outside of a bank in Havana hoping to withdraw Cuban pesos from an ATM, but when it was almost his turn, the cash ran out. He angrily hopped on his tricycle and traveled several kilometers to another branch where he was finally able to withdraw money after wasting the entire morning. The 23-year-old said, "It shouldn't be difficult to get the money you earn by working." He's one of the increasing number of frustrated Cubans who have grappled with another hurdle while navigating the island's already complicated system with a shortage of cash. There are tons of long lines outside banks, outside ATMs down there in Havana, all over Cuba, and people are saying that essentially that they're not getting cash. The regular citizens, the banks don't have cash, the ATMs don't have cash, and majority of the cash is being held by small or medium businesses. But they don't put that money back in circulation because they're trying to cash out and exchange their pesos for another currency because, again, this currency is rapidly diminishing. So you're seeing that a lot of people can't even convert their pesos because of the shortage of cash, and they're going to get blocked. According to some people in this article, in 2018, 50% of the cash was in the hands of people, and that's not the case anymore, where people literally cannot get cash. In 2023, the Cuban government announced that they want a cashless society and that they wanted people to use this coin called MLC coin. I did a little bit of a deeper dive into this. MLC coin is basically their stable coin to the dollar, except that this Cuban MLC coin is not based on blockchain. So I thought this was very interesting here that you could use it. You could go to ATMs and get an MLC card, which is their official digital currency that represents a value of 1 MLC to the dollar. And because of that, it's simply referred to as dollars. And these cards and some foreign credit cards are accepted in government businesses and restaurants. You can get prepaid gift cards with this digital currency. So you're already knowing that a lot of these economies are dollarizing their economies, even though the dollar is diminishing at a rapid rate. It shows how bad the world is going that they have to skew from their currency to the dollar, and the dollar's imploding. So what happens when the dollar eventually completely implodes? That is the question we have to ask, because these dollarized economies are not going to be successful if the dollar has active movements against it worldwide with de-dollarization, inflation, our own economy, and the wars that are going on in this world. So I'm just letting you guys know that in Cuba, people are not able to get cash. They can't really access what they want to access with their bank accounts. And there is a digital currency pegged to the dollar, except that it's not blockchain based. I thought that this is something obviously no one else is going to talk about. Figured I would, because again, the banks don't have money. In the US, we're going to see many bank failures this year. Watch out. And we're going to have a movement where people are taking their money out of the banks and holding it themselves. Except that if you hold your cash under your mattress, you pose a physical threat to your well-being. You want to be able to move and travel with your money, your value. You can't do that with cash. You can't do that with gold. You will get robbed. It will be stolen. You won't be able to pass with it, but no one will see your Bitcoin. So you have to make sure that you are being your own bank. You have a plan. If you need to move, if you need to escape somewhere, gosh forbid, all of these things you have to think about, especially if the banks fail and you show up to the bank, you can't get your cash, or your magical little bank app does not work anymore. Please be aware, be careful, and know what's going on with the banks in the country and internationally. It's nice to see everyone in the chat. I hope you guys are smashing the likes, sharing this out with friends. We have freaking things going on. We have things. Nice to see everyone in the chat. I see people popping in. I see people popping in. There's like really big news. Really big news. And I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to share it. Share it. We got MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. And they're going to launch a Bitcoin-based decentralized ID solution. And this was during his MicroStrategy business-based conference that he has going on. I believe it's like 2 days long, and they've been going over a bunch of things for Bitcoin education, businesses, how businesses can use Bitcoin. And now, of course, Michael Saylor is trying to get into the developmental side.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh,
You're
Joe.
welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Enjoy your morning and have a happy day. Hug smile. 0.063916112
Hugs
LTC.
to you, Joe. Thank you. Hugs to you. And obviously, there's a huge battle with Laser Eye Bitcoin Maxis and the people that enjoy ordinals and NFTs. The Laser Eye Bitcoin Maxis are like, no ordinals, no, we hate them so much. They're clogging up our precious payments network. This is not what Bitcoin was made for. But then at the end of the day, you have to acknowledge that this is a decentralized, open source, permissionless space. And who is anyone to give permission to anybody to use a technology that anyone can build on? They technically can't. Now, MicroStrategy is taking this to the next level. And Michael Saylor kind of burning these Laser Eye Maxis, which love him to death, but now have to maybe skew and go into this ordinal direction. There was a little 15-minute video. Obviously, we're not watching the full thing, but I wanted you to at least catch the intro and how they introduced this.
And so, in order to show you our first implementation of that protocol, I want to ask Cesare to come to the stage, and he's going to introduce the first product we built on it, which we call MicroStrategy Orange.
MicroStrategy Orange, friends.
Thank you, Michael. So Michael presented a very compelling case for why we need decentralized identity and DIDs, decentralized identifiers. He made an even more compelling case why it makes sense to anchor digital identity into the Bitcoin blockchain, protected by the strength and the security of the Bitcoin network. And then he introduced a specification that we open sourced today. The first draft of the specification is available on the MicroStrategy GitHub today for how you actually do that. How do you create a decentralized identifier anchored into Bitcoin? And then he introduced this idea, well, now that we have the foundation, we can start building application platforms for consumer applications and for enterprise applications. And being an enterprise company, we've done exactly that. So today, I'd like to introduce MicroStrategy Orange, which is an enterprise platform for building decentralized identity applications on the Bitcoin blockchain. The platform consists of 3 fundamental pieces. At the heart of it is a service cloud hosted that allows you to issue.
So we have the Orange service that create and manage decentralized digital identities for your organization and its users. And you can integrate the DID capabilities into your apps and services. And there's Orange apps, which are digital identity apps for web, mobile, and desktop. So they thought this out, obviously, and they're trying to make it mainstream and accessible, having that web, having that mobile accessibility as well. Now, if you take a look at this article, because we're going to read about it versus watching a 15-minute video. And again, this is called MicroStrategy Orange. And this was for the Bitcoin for Corporations conference that was taking place yesterday. It's an open source, not dependent on side chains, and can process up to 10,000 decentralized identifiers in a single Bitcoin transaction. He said the aim is to deliver trustless, tamper-proof, and long-lived decentralized identities using only the public Bitcoin blockchain as a data source. This is according to their GitHub that has all the code on it. The DIDs will allow pseudonymity in a way that real-world identities are not tied to Bitcoin addresses and transactions. This allows users, the Orange service, to issue DIDs to their personnel, deploy applications, while Orange SDK and Orange applications provide customization tools to integrate specific services on mobile and desktop devices. One application already built by MicroStrategy is Orange for Outlook, which integrates digital signatures into emails to ensure recipients can verify the true identity of the sender. I can't even understand, and I guess articulate how important that is, that we have something where in an email alone, you can verify if someone comes from a company. I know that I get emails from different people all the time, and they're like, oh, we're from this place or we're from that place. And I always ask them, how can I verify that you work for them? That is something that's so important, knowing what's real, knowing that you could trace back to an organization through email. Oh, wow. That is great. That is absolutely fire. That is absolutely fire. So we'll see what happens here. We do know that MicroStrategy reported a 53 million net loss for the first quarter. That doesn't bother me. Obviously, it's probably due to the dip, because if Bitcoin was going up, they would have been like, oh my God, it's so amazing. So we'll see what really happens there. But MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, he's not giving up on Bitcoin development. And of course, he's going to go for Bitcoin first. My question is, can Bitcoin really scale for this? How does this exactly work with all these transactions being put into one transaction? And is this going to clog up the blocks? Is it going to clog up the network? What will the fees look like on Bitcoin? Will it be fast and easy and simple to be done if you maybe have to wait 30 minutes for a block confirmation? If you're doing like all these transactions, 10,000 signatures or 10,000 movements in one transaction, then goes into the blocks. How long is it going to take to confirm? Those are my questions that I really have about it. And we'll see what happens. I'm bullish on any Bitcoin development, any sort of crypto technology that's being used. And I think this is the perfect time to experiment. My thing is that Michael Saylor has brought up another coin, like that's right here in blue. And maybe this is all the lead up to maybe Bitcoin not being able to handle it and going to something else. I don't know. That's kind of what I thought of too when I saw that. Is this just a lineup to see what Bitcoin can handle to maybe go somewhere else in the future? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Zest. Are you guys bullish on Michael Saylor? Please put it in the chat. Are you bullish on Michael Saylor? Are you excited about everything going on?
To those identifiers to your users in your organization.
Wow, my earbuds are bugging out today. What is going on? But yeah, let me see. Are you guys bullish on Michael Saylor? Are you guys bullish on his development with Bitcoin? Yes or no? Put a 1 or yes emoji or a 2 and a no emoji. Or a noodle. Who knows? Oh boy, oh boy. So we got Michael Saylor covered. We got that. And now we're going to talk about, as Michael Saylor is flying through the world right now, and he's like, yay, yay, woo, woo, we're going to have a great time and build on Bitcoin. You also have Jack Dorsey out here that's trying to do things with Bitcoin, that's trying to come up with different ways to develop their mining, all these different things. He has Square, that was formerly known as Block, or Square, that's now Block. I think it's now Block, formerly Square. So now Block, obviously, is their payment company. Businesses use it. And then you have Cash App that you could buy Bitcoin, you could buy stocks, you could send money peer-to-peer to friends and things like that. Not really peer-to-peer. Technically, it's still an intermediary, but like a Venmo, a PayPal thing. And now the U.S. is probing Jack Dorsey, Block, for financial transactions, saying that this was used for illicit activity. And again, this is highly sus why they're coming after Jack Dorsey. But let's see the FUD that they're spewing here. And I'm surprised politically that they're coming after Jack Dorsey, because Jack Dorsey let a lot of things fly on Twitter before Elon took over. But let's not go that deep. U.S. federal prosecutors are reportedly probing Jack Dorsey's fintech company Block after a whistleblower surfaced documents alleging ongoing and widespread compliance violations at Square and Cash App. A former Block employee provided prosecutors from the Southern District of New York with documents allegedly showing that Square and Cash App processed thousands of transactions for users in countries subject to economic sanctions, as well as crypto transactions for terrorist groups. Absolutely laughable. Roughly 100 pages of the documents were provided to NBC, which reported many transactions were small dollar amounts involving entities in countries subject to U.S. economic sanctions that include Iran, Russia, Cuba, and Venezuela. A whistleblower said that most of the transactions discussed with prosecutors involved credit card, fiat, and Bitcoin transactions that were not reported to the government. They didn't correct its processes when it was alerted that the alleged breaches of compliance. The former employee said that from the ground up, everything in compliance section was flawed. It's led by people that should not be in charge of a regulated compliance program. So this is absolutely a roast from this whistleblower, but except if you're gonna blow the frickin' whistle, come forward and say who you are and don't be a little bit of a weenie. This is being a weenie. Come out and say who you are and what your beef is with Jack Dorsey and Block or Square or Cash App, whatever it is now, and whatever all the entities are together. It's Block. A block of Block. Wild. And again, they're coming after like this whole narrative, Bitcoin for criminals. So that's why this whole thing is really happening. Even though that you could not really money launder with Bitcoin and crypto because it's stupid. Every single Bitcoin transaction is on the blockchain. So why would you even money launder with crypto? Because it's very hard to do that. And why would Jack Dorsey put himself in that position to have his country sought out, to have his company sought after by the country? Doesn't make sense. I'm a little confused about it. Seems like an attack on crypto for me, but it is what it is. Independent mortgage broker said greetings from Tampa. Tampa is very nice. You like Tampa? Emma's asking you. Answer Emma. She'll tell me later. But yeah, this is what's going on now with Jack Dorsey, Block, all the things there. So I don't know. I'm a little confused. To me, this is FUD. This is theater, and I'm not really worried about it, in my opinion. Dave says bullish AF. Listen, you should be. I guess the more FUD that comes out, the more bullish you should be, especially because we know that it's hard to really money launder with crypto, period. Everything's on the blockchain, especially when I hate that people are coming after Binance, coming after all these crypto exchanges saying, oh, you're facilitating money for criminals, da-da-da-da-da. And, oh, there's so many illicit financing, woo. But at the same time, all these exchanges do help the governments whenever they are asked because of these KYC measures that they have. You KYC, you know who you are, and if you cash out, you're doing something silly, then people will catch you. It's so obvious. And this is a perfect example of exchanges working with governments to make sure that there are not illicit activities going on their platforms. The Indian Enforcement Agency is collaborating with who? Binance to bust a scam app. So this is another example of Binance being compliant in a world where they say Binance is for criminals and they have so many bad things going on Binance. It's a joke. The enforcement Directorate, ED, an Indian law enforcement agency, seized 90 of their currency, which is $10.5 million US, from an online scam app called E-Nuggets, like chicken nuggies, E-Nuggets, with the help of crypto exchanges such as Binance, ZebPay, and WazirX. According to a report published by The Hindu, the online gaming app eNugget had cryptocurrencies worth $10 million stored in 70 different crypto wallet accounts spread across 3 crypto exchanges. The ED contacted these exchanges to block the wallet addresses and transfer the crypto assets to the agency's wallets. We're going to see a lot of that, where all these seizures of all these crypto assets, the government's going to take them all, and they're going to sell them. They're going to keep them for themselves, and it's going to end up being on these people's portfolios. The app presenting a lucrative investment opportunity with several alluring real money games that offered large commissions and were designed for users to wager on. But as soon as the money was invested, the app didn't work and led investors stuck and unable to get their money back. The agency attached and seized property valued at over $19.5 million, including cash, crypto, account balances, and office space. And this was first coming about in 2022 when they were first on the radar. But then obviously we know that Binance and all these other cryptocurrency exchanges are stepping in and saying, hey, bro, we got you. We're going to catch these criminals, seize their assets, and send them to you. So that way we are in the clear. So when everyone says all these exchanges are so bad, they don't help anybody, look at what they do. Look at how helpful Binance is and all these other exchanges that took part in this investigation. Good for them. Get these bad actors out of here. Hi, John. Nice to see you. JRE says the government has picked the winner exchange. They'll take down everything else. What do you think that winner exchange is? Do you guys think that the government will only allow one exchange in the United States? I would like to see that. In the chat, please give your thoughts there. It's a really interesting thought. And back to the crime in the U.S. More fun. Woo! More fun. And I tell you guys all the time, too, that the fun always comes out around Bitcoin halving, when Bitcoin's around all-time highs, even at 58K, we're still really doing good with Bitcoin. And they obviously don't like that. They want cheap Bitcoin. And it'll lead me into China in a little bit. But we have a few things to get to beforehand. First, the FBI is busting a $43 million crypto in Las Vegas hospitality Ponzi scheme. Let's see what went on here. The FBI, alongside a New York court, arrested a local resident under allegations of orchestrating a sophisticated Ponzi that defrauded investors of $43 million. On May 1st, Damian Williams, the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, and James Smith, the assistant director in charge of New York field office of the FBI, charged Edin Dalpour with fraudulent activities that included deceptive investment opportunities in a Las Vegas hospitality venture and a crypto trading enterprise. Like, this is just freaking wild. Like, how does Las Vegas hospitality venture and crypto trading enterprise kind of go together? They allegedly lured unsuspecting investors in with promises of substantial returns, which was nothing more than a facade. According to the convictions, they solicited investments through an entity and falsely reported its interest in the hospitality and crypto sectors. And he claimed that he purchased crypto at wholesale and sold it at a profit to retail investors. Apparently, these people were promised at least an annual return of 42% and then a couple of assurances and all that stuff. And it was a complete and utter lie. Don't give your crypto to anyone. Don't give your crypto to anyone. Please don't. Don't give your crypto to anyone. Even I had that TikTok star, Kane, that came on the show, and I was interviewing him, and what did he say? That some guy became his friend, lured him in, and he said, give me your Bitcoin. I'll hold it for you, bro. Don't worry. And this kid gave him his Bitcoin and did not get it back. So I think you guys need to really be aware of what's going on here, and that you need to be able to be your own bank and handle the responsibility of being your own bank. It's extremely important. And then there was another guy affiliated to some ransomware group that is sentenced to 13 years in jail, and he's ordered to pay $16 million in restitution. He's only 24 years old. If you guys are trying to do something dumb and like mess with crypto tech, you're not going to make it, bro. You're going to get caught.
Stay for the information, your beauty, it's a bonus.
Oh, You flatter me, Rob. Thank you, Robert Knight. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, thank you. If you guys are trying, especially if you're young, don't mess with crypto money laundering. You're not going to get away with it. You're going to get arrested and spend your life in jail. This guy's not going to get out of jail until he's 37. Still going to be pretty young. But at the same time, like, what are you wasting your time for, bro? Like, you could just trade and, like, you know, do something else. So such a waste of time. Don't money launder with crypto. That's actually, like, stupid. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say the word stupid and call people stupid, but if you're money laundering and doing illicit financing with crypto, you're going to get caught, dude. You're going to get caught. Don't mess around. You'll find out. I also, before I get into Bitcoin news specifically, because there's a lot of things going on with Bitcoin, we have Crypto.com, which was known for its Matt Damon commercial. Everyone kind of trolled them. And now they onboarded a new celebrity to do some commercial with them. And it's Eminem. We know Eminem loves his Bored Ape Yacht Club, did a music video based on him and Snoop Dogg's Bored Ape together. It was very bougie, very cool. And now we have Crypto.com using his voice for this commercial. And people are thinking it could be a promo for his new album. We're not sure. But maybe Eminem's ready to jump back into crypto. If you go on Crypto.com, this is their website. You can go directly to it and see their latest commercial.
They ignored your potential, dissed your achievements, and mocked your ambition. But it's not the critical counts, and you know that. From the beginning, you couldn't be stopped. Breaking resistance with every swing and block. Your game plan never changed. So enjoy this moment. The one they said you'd never live to see. Some still call it luck. Let them. Because you know what it's always been. Inevitable.
To me, that was savage. That was a savage commercial. How do you guys feel about that commercial from Crypto.com? Put a 1 or a yes emoji if you liked it, and if you did not like it, put a no emoji. Put a 1 or a yes emoji if you liked it, or put a 2 and a no emoji if you did not like it. But yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. I thought that was a pretty good commercial. Fortune favors the brave, all that stuff. Because we are brave. We're such brave individuals for being in this space, right? Make sure you guys are smashing the likes, sharing the stream out with friends. It's very important that you do that. We have 91 likes. We need that 100 likes. We have 9 more for that. And let's see, Mr. Yi putting in 3. How dare you? Also, let's see what subscribers we're at now. Whoa! We're at 16,470. Let's get 16,475. Wow. Freaking wow. All right, next, we got some things going on in Arkansas, and Arkansas has been on my bad side recently because I thought they were going to be bullish on Bitcoin mining, but actually they're trying to restrict it, but give some regulation at the same time, which I think could be worked on. I think we could do some negotiation. Like, we could get things going here, but we'll see. They're trying to rein in the crypto miners with their usage, how much noise they make, and all these like kind of wild things that you're not telling the sanitation companies to lower their noise. You're not telling all the private trash companies to lower their noise. You're not telling all these like, you know, different people that are driving around all day and all these truck drivers to lower their noise, but you know, whatever. 2 bills regulating crypto mining in the American state of Arkansas have fully passed the state's House of Representatives and headed to the governor's office before they become law. On May 1st, the Arkansas House of Representatives passed Senate Bills 78 and 79 to restrict certain activities related to crypto mining. 78 imposes noise limits on crypto mining farm, regulates water use for cooling, prohibits mining operations from being owned by foreign entities, which I kind of agree with, and restores local government control over their regulation. Senate Bill 79 creates a state licensing and regulatory system overseen by the Oil and Gas Commission under the Department of Energy and Environment, which over 50% of Bitcoin mining is renewable energy. So I feel like this won't have a really big impact, but we'll see what happens. It was heavily debated when these were initially submitted, if this was going to be bad. And I think we should have some outrage here on behalf of crypto, because we should be kind of free to do what we need to do to successfully have a mining farm. But there should be some, I guess, regulation that goes with it. But at the end of the day, I'm not a lawyer by any means, and we don't have too much information about what this actually implies and how this really impacts the industry. Like, what kind of limit do you have on water? What kind of limit do you have on maybe the space you can have, the amount of energy you can consume, and all these types of things I would like answers to as well. But if any miners are in the chat, they have some insight on it, I would definitely love that information. Wow, you guys are popping in this chat. Mom Spaghetti, I know, I freaking love Eminem. Knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom Spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop palms, but he keeps on forgetting. But he wrote down, the crowd grows so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words don't come out. Okay, shout out to Market Cipher in the chat, my lovely partner in there. Much love to Market Cipher. All the love for Market Cipher. All right. You guys are so funny in the chat. All right, guys, let's get after it. We also have some BlackRock news. We're going to talk about BlackRock, Bitcoin ETFs, and Hong Kong Bitcoin ETH ETFs, and all the bearish sentiment that's going on right now. Oh, boy, oh, boy. First, we have BlackRock. We got Securitize. And let's see. Securitize is raising $47 million in strategic funding that's led by BlackRock. And again, I'm like, ugh, BlackRock. Ugh. This was also people like Aptos, Paxos, and Circle also took part here. Digital securities platform Securitize raised $47 million. And again, blockchain developers Aptos, Paxos, Circle were also among the investors along with BlackRock. Proceeds from the funding will be used for product development, global expansion, strengthening partnerships, and the global head of strategic ecosystem partnerships, Joseph Chalom from BlackRock, will join the Securitize board of directors. He called the investment in Securitize another step in the evolution of our digital asset strategy that will help meet the future needs of our clients. They partnered with BlackRock as the transfer agent, tokenization platform, and placement agent on the March launch of BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, the BIDL, on ETH blockchain, and that's their first tokenized fund. And in 6 weeks, they amassed that market cap of $375 million. And we see a quote here from Aptos Labs co-founder on this issue, or this new news. It's a little bit of an issue in my opinion, though. Aptos Labs is a key participant in closing the gap between TradFi and opening finance in a very real and globally accessible way. With leaders like BlackRock and pioneers like Securitize at the helm, there's no doubt that a significant piece of future finance will play out on-chain. Now, Securitize is registered with the SEC as a broker-dealer, a transfer agent, and it seems like, again, TradFi gets all these registrations done. But crypto doesn't even have a way to register. So again, I find it extremely sus and another double standard between TradFi and DeFi, where DeFi, we don't even get to register. There is no regulation. What is a digital asset in this country? We still have no idea. What's a digital asset security? We have no idea, especially because the SEC contradicts the CFTC and former SEC chairman. What's going on here in the United States? What answers do we actually get? Oh, the answer is rich people and the people in power get to do more things, get to do whatever they want, essentially. And everyday people like us that are building things in this industry, we don't get to do anything. And then we'll get a Wells notice. And then we'll get an enforcement action because the SEC and the CFTC, the IRS, and all these three-letter agencies that say that they care about people really don't. Because if they did, other people would be allowed to tokenize right now. There would be other tokenization products that actually are decentralized, not controlled by BlackRock, not Franklin Templeton, where you could earn a yield for having their tokenized project. But what about everyone else that wanted yield on their crypto? No, we are not allowed to get it because we're retail, and retail is not allowed to do anything, but all these elites are allowed to do whatever they want, and I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. A double standard that's nasty to me. And on top of that, we're like waiting for all these TradFi plebs to give us significance because now BlackRock is seeing sovereign wealth funds and pensions coming to Bitcoin ETFs. No, bro. Of course, people are going to want crypto and Bitcoin in their IRA. They're going to want all of it in their pensions. They're going to want it in their 401ks, all these stratified things that people rely on that they really won't in the future because pensions are lame. All the things you're supposed to get from your Social Security that you pay every month for, they're not even going to have Social Security money left in a few years. What a joke. I'd rather be my own bank, but that's my opinion. Don't be fooled by the first handbrake of inflows for the ETFs after 71 straight days. The current lull is likely to be followed by a new wave from different types of investors. In the coming month, we'll probably see some financial institutions such as sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, and endowments to start trading these ETFs. And the firm is seeing a reinitiation of the discussion around Bitcoin, which turns to the topic of allocating Bitcoin and how to think about it from a portfolio construction perspective. Insurance, endowments, sovereign wealth funds, asset managers, all of them will have Bitcoin a part of it. Because it's going to be the most successful asset they've ever used and ever had and held in their entire freaking life. That's it. Stock market is going to go kaploo. The banks are going to go kaploo. The whole TradFi market is going to go kaploo. And what will be there? Bitcoin. What will be there for you? Your wallet. Not these ETFs, not the people that are tokenizing everything. They will not give you permission to do anything. Just because BlackRock is tokenizing things on Ethereum, it does not mean it's actually decentralized. Tether, USDC, they don't like what you're doing, they'll freeze your assets. Same for PayPal USD. You don't think the same thing's going to happen with these things issued on Ethereum by BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, all these things? Yes, they will make sure they're in control of every transaction and who uses it. Don't be naive. Be your own bank. Don't give in to all these pressures from these TradFi bros. I'd rather have my Bitcoin, put it in my wallet, and be in control. I don't care about this tokenization. It's all a trap for enterprise blockchains, which is all these networks of all these banks, all these institutional players like BlackRock that will have these nodes running. And if they don't like you, they don't like what you're doing, you won't be able to transact, take part in any of these things because it'll be completely private and controlled. Just warning you now. We have Bitcoin ETF struggles right now because the ETFs are bleeding a record of $563 million, even as Jerome Powell was ruling out rate hikes, which rate schmate, bro. It doesn't matter what he does. Everything is falling apart anyway. But we have some ETF outflows. We have some things going on here that there was a net outflow from the 11 ETFs of $563.7 million. And Fidelity spearheaded these outflows on Wednesday with a 191.1 million, I'm assuming that's a million right there, in withdrawals. Wild. Now, everyone's like, oh my gosh, no, the Bitcoin ETFs, there's outflows. Guys, there were record inflows. This was a dramatic wave into the Bitcoin ETFs. Again, retail's not in it yet. Most of these TradFi bros aren't in it yet, which is why people are bringing up pensions and all these different wealth managers coming in and using Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs. They're saying that Hong Kong was supposed to save us all. Oh my gosh, freaking China. Apparently, these Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs are not enough to absorb the selling pressure in the United States. The inflows from the recently launched Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs are not enough to cover the selling from the 11 US ETFs. And so far, they saw $217 million worth of net inflows, and this is less than the 298 of net outflows generated last week in the US. Even $217 million, that's not a lot. There's billions of dollars of inflows that were coming in the United States. So honestly, China, Schmina, goodbye. Goodbye. And especially because this whole China inflow, it's all fake numbers anyway. It's whatever China manipulates. And again, retail, mainland Chinese investors are not even allowed to touch this. So, right? User 33, he said, pow, pow. Yeah, it's chirpow, chirpow, pow. Then there comes the FUD that's coming in. And you know the bearish sentiment is really here when you see things like this. I'm going to get to that in just a moment. First, we're going to get into the market recap. And if you guys have some chart requests, please send them over to me. I got you. We have a sea of green this morning, and it looks absolutely beautiful. We have Bonk, Pepe, our meme coins bouncing, Solana's even up, Dogecoin is making a move. Let's jump into our beautiful chartery. What time is it? Okay, I'm good. So we got Bitcoin that's $58,581 today, down 0.5%. You see the defense is pretty strong as we near this 56K number here. And again, you look back in the past and it's highly significant. Hopefully we bounce off of that. We do have the momentum that's slipping. The VWAP is moving up sharply, which is beautiful. My market Cipher is giving me some love here. Except this red money flow, which could probably curve back over. We would like to see that, of course. And then you have the RSI that's kind of trying to bounce from this oversold type of territory, but we're still technically bearish, aiming bullish. Levels to watch, obviously 56K and bullish 60K golden zone. I don't know where my golden zone went. I must have deleted it by accident. Let's duplicate that and bring her back over. But yeah, we have our golden zone that's at 60K. So I would watch out for all of that. And especially because you know the sentiments here when you have Standard Charter that went from Bitcoin's going to the moon, 200K, to, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's going to drop to 50K. Standard Charter, oh freaking stop. Standard Charter changes their opinion every day. And then you have articles like this, how to short Bitcoin on Binance and Coinbase. That's how you know we're in that fear. We're not greedy. Everyone's all nervous. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin's going to crash. Kaplu, kaplu. And then you have articles like this. So the bearish sentiment is here, which makes me think that, again, this rebound might happen, which is why I put it in the title, which is why we have the greenery on the charts right now ever so slightly. We're up 0.89% with Bitcoin. We're going to move on to Ethereum here. Defending this 2800 range, obviously bearish level is 2770. But we're at 29.79 right now, 0.4% in the green. VWAP is moving up quite nicely. Momentum is meh. RSI, I would say, is meh. We're still bearish, but very choppy. Hoping for the best, obviously. And bullishly, we're really aiming for that 32.30. I feel zest. I feel love. If we keep defending these levels, I think maybe we could have some nice zest, but at the end of the day, we are trying to keep track of our emotions, and we can't get too greedy. But this run up with Ethereum was amazing, kind of consolidating now. I think it's pretty good. I like the price action I'm seeing. Let's also talk about Litecoin, because we have the Litecoin Summit July 24th to the 25th in Nashville. If you're going for Bitcoin conference, come to Litecoin conference as well. $84 per ticket. I cannot wait. I'm super freaking pumped. Litecoin's currently $80 right now. Only $84 for a ticket, but $80.25 right now, up 0.25%. VWAP moving on up, very nice. Everything else pretty meh. Pretty meh. I'm very worried about the money flow. I hope she stays in the green and bounces off from here. And then we have the RSI that's a little bit choppy as well. And we'll see if maybe we could bounce and go to a more bullish direction. I'm very happy about the 200-day SMA as well, because I was nervous yesterday that we were going to close above it. But if we keep maintaining this defense at $75, we get past this 200-day SMA, I'm really hoping that could gear us for $85 and then eventually 91. Bionic, you're missing out on a lunch in Nashville with Emma. No, you could come to Litecoin Summit and have some lunch. And then what do we have? We have Dogecoin that's 13 cents, really nicely defending this 12 cents right here. Red money flow, though, hopefully that comes back up. VWAP is moving towards that zero line, which I enjoy. Momentum's kind of flat. And then you have the RSI, man. We're trying to build that up. We're trying to get that zest going on the RSI and hoping for the best, kind of bouncing off this oversold region. Nice defense at 12 cents, like I said. Looking for that 14.25 now. That's the vibe. Hi, Mark Dutch. Alex, oh, hello. Nice to see you. Sola Hefe is here. So the ticket to the summit's now 2 Litecoin. No, it's not. It's 1 Litecoin. Well, a little over 1 Litecoin. $84 for a ticket, $80 Litecoin. I mean, you could try to wait and trade it out and see how it goes. KG said he'll be there. Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. That's so wild. You'll be in Chattanooga anyway. All right, Bionic, you better freaking come. I see Sus in the chat. Hello, Sus. Dave Digital, welcome. Who else we got here? Market Cipher said, it's me. That's so cute. AB, nice to see you. Drew the Gnome. South Florida's the place to be. I want to go to Florida. I'm ready. Sus, you're looking for suggestions to move out of New York too. Listen, let's all get out of here together. Did you miss what state we're moving to? I don't know. Ideally, probably Florida, you know, to be honest. Proof of work, yes. We love our proof of work, man. Oh, hello, Hannah. She said GM. Hello, Hannah. Nice to see you. Oh, shout out to Sean. He's telling me to drink some water. I'll do that. Dan Dykins in the chat said, hello. Hi, nice to see you. Ed said, come to Florida. All right. Are we moving? I don't know. Are we moving? I want to. Wouldn't it be nice? Get out of New York. Maybe like see sunlight once in a while. Wouldn't that be crazy? Yeah, and I have to go to Smelly Gym today, guys. I'm not looking forward to a Smelly Gym. Drew the Gnome said he just moved to Palm Beach and he loves it. That's beautiful. I love that. Good for you, bro. But yeah, like I'm looking to get out of New York. I really want to get out of here. What's been going on here is absolutely wrong. And you guys need to pump up these likes. What is going on? What is going on? Smash the likes. Share this out with friends. People need to know what the freak is going on here. I know Glenn was in here before. Hi, M2. Toxic fumes. Yes, freaking toxic fumes, right, Chef Dave? Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Bets, thank you for the gift, the little hand hearts. I appreciate it. Hand hearts to you too. Puerto Rico has no capital gains tax. I know a lot of zest in Puerto Rico. I know like a lot of people are enjoying it, but no days off. Get the gains, Tave says. Yes, Tave, I want the gains. I'm trying to get those gains. But I feel better. I feel like I look like, you know, I see some results going on and things like that. And like, I just like feel better. And I'm happy about it. So, you're at the Smelly Gym currently, Otto said. Oh, it's so horrible, bro. Listen, I had to request for Lysol. It was like really bad. I was like, dude, like, I can't even breathe in there. I felt like I was choking on it. Ugh. Ugh. And then in my building this morning, I was like, I walked outside my apartment, I went downstairs, and I smelled like someone was cooking some sort of awful vegetable. I'm like, it's 7 a.m. Like, who's cooking this stuff right now? It's absolutely god awful. I was like choking. I was like, it smells like dead rat. Because if you're in New York, you know what that smells like. And a mix of steamed vegetable. It was awful. And as I was going downstairs, I knew which door it was. And usually there's good food smell coming out of there, but not today. It smelled like awful. Yeah, that was just bad. I don't know. I felt like I should share that with you. I feel like I share a lot of things on this show, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. I just like feel so comfortable. Peter's like, I never respond to you. I haven't seen your name, my friend. Here's your acknowledgement. Hello, Peter. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Please on TikTok, please make sure you follow. We have less than 100 followers until we have 10,000 over there. Yeah, awful vegetables. Absolutely awful. Right, Cuzzy? I don't even know if it was asparagus, Black Hat. It was something worse than that. Like, you know, broccoli usually really smells, but this was like worse. Like, I don't know what in the world this person was cooking. Dead rat ? Yes, if you're in New York, you know what that smells like. You know what that smells like, especially in the summer. If you're in an old building, like my building, was built in like early 1900s. I think it's hitting 100 years old in like 3 years. 2027, I think this building I'm living in will be 100 years old. And when it's summer and you go in that old elevator, bro, and you're going downstairs into the basement to, like, you know, throw out garbage or whatever you're doing, in the summer you don't want to do that. You don't, because it smells awful. And there's just like, you know, dead rat. Jersey smells, just saying. Jersey is stanky sometimes, but I haven't really, like, you know, if you go to Times Square, that's stanky. Like in the summer, like you see like steam coming out of the sewers in the summer. Oh
my God. Bruh.
Just awful. But yeah, that was just bad. 100 years old, yucky smells. Listen, if you look at like a lot of these buildings that are built in New York and Brooklyn, whatever, they're all 100 years old. Like a lot of these buildings are super old, and like, yeah, it's just nasty. And some of them are well maintained and most of them are not. Yeah, it's just nuts. How about Long Island? Long Island, if you're out in Long Island, that's more like suburbs type. Like, you still have things going on. It's more suburban, though. And it's like, yeah, more nature-esque. So I don't think, like, the rat issue is as bad, but I don't know. Alexandra said, sounds crusty. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Steam coming out of the sewer is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like, what is TMNT? But now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I used to watch a little bit of TMNT when I was young, but not too much of that. But yeah, it was nasty. Steam coming out of the sewers, and you smell, it's like, ugh, ugh. And then you're forced to walk by it, man, because it's on the corner, and how else are you going to cross the street? And unless you jaywalk, and you're like sitting there, and you're like, ugh, just toxic fumes. Gosh knows what like happens to you medically after all the years of smelling this stuff. Just wild. I feel like I really went off the rails there. But even Emma said the train smells like humid booty when you're in the summer. Like you don't even want to go on the trains. Florida has big rats. Hopefully, if I move to Florida, it's not that bad. I don't want any ratatouilles. I'm not trying to have a little rat. Morningstar, where am I moving to? I don't know. Market Cipher, if I'm lucky, a giant rat will teach me kung fu. Maybe. Oh, Nick, yo, that would be nice, right? At least I would learn something from someone. I like these rats. Like if you're in Times Square, one time I was with my dad. We were going to some sort of crypto thing. I don't remember what it was. And we were like, about to go on the train. We're like, let's just sit for a minute in Times Square, and we were just sitting there, and like there's hundreds of people. A rat, literally the size of almost my person, was just running by, eating, enjoying its life. This thing was humongous. Like, you look at those little, like, chihuahuas, shih tzus, they're like this big. That was the literal size of the rat. There are freaking rats bigger than dogs here. Like, it is ridiculous. It's inconceivable. Like, unless you've seen it, you wouldn't believe it. It's wild. It's wild. The possums waddle like fat ducks across. That's true. We saw a possum recently. We were driving, and it was just like a cat. It was like, wah, 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 wah. It was just like waddling. So freaking bad. So nasty, man. We love New York, right? This is a very interesting conversation. I appreciate every single one of you for taking part in it, because I think this is what the real things we have to talk about is. The rat race is real? Oh my gosh, that was funny. Who said that? I have to find that again. Who said that? The rat race is real. 2F'er. That was funny. 2F'er, that was good. Doesn't New York have sewer geysers? I don't know what that is, but probably not. They don't contribute any money to anything that matters. New York is a true jungle. Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna run into here, bro. It's wild. It's just so nuts. Well, you guys are great, and I appreciate every single one of you. I do have an appointment in a little bit, so I do have to run to take care of some things. I have a lot of things to take care of today for you guys, because I want to make sure that we are all healthy, we're happy, and we're going after it, and we're learning about Bitcoin, crypto, and meeting with the right people to bring crypto adoption throughout the entire world with billions of people we have yet to bring in the space. Right, Kenny O, thank you for the heart me on TikTok. Not the heart me, the roses. Thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys for popping out. We pop out to the party. We're with the Zesty fam, and we're gonna stack that crypto. So chuck your wallet. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know. I tried to do something fun there. I don't think it worked, but my lyrics, I try. I really do try for you guys. You know, like Trader Geo, he sings for you, but he actually uses real lyrics. I just make up things. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't yet, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. I don't even know why I talk anymore, right, Grady?
Oh, baby.
What about Frankie Candles? Let's go, PMV.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Watch out for the big Bitcoin pump. Watch out for everything going on the chartery. We're going to kill the game. We're going to have an amazing day. Kill it. Be your own bank. Take your crypto off of the exchange. Have an amazing day. I will see you later today if things go parabolic. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for a Friday stream at 9:45 a.m. Eastern here, where you're viewing me at this moment. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys later. Again, smash the like, subscribe, share this out with friends. See you guys soon. Stay zesty. Peace.